All right, man. Scottie Pippen is, blaming Michael Jordan for in the media for not winning Defensive Player of the Year award, which I will admit that was criminal. But I'm explaining why after we read this, why he, why it's other things to blame as well for why he didn't win Defensive Player of the Year award. Check the NBA Talk playlist, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and subscribe button. It's the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop a video, right? You can hit my Linktree link in the description. It's the first link there. Find me everywhere from Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, etc. So it says Scottie calls out media for not voting him Defensive Player of the Year. Too busy watching Michael. So, um, So he says Scottie believes he should have been named Defensive Player of the Year at some point in his career. I agree. Chicago Bull legend caught up with trash talks Bastine, Fanu, whatever, in the above clip and opened up about his time in the league and promotion of his book Unguarded. There you go. He says when whatever Barstein asked Pippen what happened with him never earning an honor during his 17 years in the game, the Hall of Famer got honest. He said, I think they were too busy watching Michael Scottie on why he never won Defensive Player of the Year in his entire career. Okay. Said, quote, I think they were too busy watching Michael, Pippen said. Says elsewhere, the conversation Pippen spoke on his thoughts on the current state of the NBA and shared some defensive tips for some young kids needing little instructions from one of the greats. Said, quote, I would always lean on the wall for 3 to 5 minutes, put myself in a defensive stand and sort of adapt wanting to be in the stands when I'm on the basketball court. Pippen said, when I was a young kid, my coach used to tell me that I stood up too much, so I learned to play lower. During the 17 season in the NBA, Pippen took home 6 championships and was named All-Star 7 times, despite never earning Defensive Player of the Year title. That title went to Dennis Rodman, David Robinson, and even his teammate Jordan during Pippen's time in the NBA. Amongst other defensive greats, Pippen averaged 2.2 steals a game, zero point 0.8 blocks throughout his career, and during the 94-95 season with the Bulls, he saw a career high averaging 2.9 steals. Last year, while promoting his book, Pippen took the series excellent to seamlessly discredit Michael Jordan flu game, asking it was a lot easier to play with a herniated disc or to play with the flu. Well, I don't see many bad back games. I do see flu games, flu come on. He said so. Like I said, for one, he trying to sell a book, but for two, I think his opinion. I think his opinion might be true, right? About they were too busy watching Michael, but a lot of time that was the guards. It was really a big man's reward because they blocked and they controlled the paint, they anchored, but they never. You really, it's hard to measure. Um, if we being honest, it's hard. It's harder to measure. I think it's harder to measure um, what guys do on the perimeter because it's not, other than steals, it's not a real stat about how you lock somebody up until we got analytics. Ain't no real stat as far as how you lock somebody up. So think about that for a minute. Ain't no real stat perimeter, and he should have won it, but it just wasn't a stat that really, other than steals, that he really can lean on. Robinson had blocks, they had defensive rebounds, they had their steals in their own right, all types of stuff. So I just think it's been a big man award for so long. And Michael did win, and he was a better defensive player than Michael. Go look at the 91 finals, 92? It was 91. When, Magic Johnson was cooking Michael Jordan and they put Pippen on Magic, and Magic couldn't do a damn thing. So he was a better defensive player than Michael, all the way around. Michael said it several times, like I really couldn't have done this without Scottie. Scottie, they say, was a better all around player. I don't know about that, but um, that could be true. That could be true. So, um, you know, but like I said before, it's tough. It's tough. But he was in the shadow, and that's why he probably didn't win that award when he should have probably earned it multiple times. He was a defensive animal, bro. Scottie was the one they when they couldn't stop nobody. Scottie was the one they put on them. He was the one they say, well, they cooking him. Scottie, go get him. He can facilitate. He basically was the point guard of that team, honestly. It's Paxson and Kerr, what they did was spot up. So, it is criminal that Scottie didn't get his credit. And also it's part of Scottie's fault too. Because when Scottie when he had that year out, when Michael left, they wasn't able to capitalize, then he sat out when they called the game for Kukoc, the game winner for Kukoc, and he made it. And then when you continue to, look, when he went to Houston, they had a super team, and Barkley blasted him for not holding up his end of the bargain. Then went to Portland when they had a super duper team of really good young guys from Rasheed Wallace, Bonzi Wells, Brian Grant, old Archie opponent still was dope. Damon Stoudemire, Steve Smith, Ruben Patterson, young Jermaine O'Neal. They had. I'm probably missing some guys that was on that port. Greg Anthony was on that Portland team, I believe, and that's to me, that's in my lifetime. That's that's the most talented team that never won a championship. And Scottie was supposed to be the missing link for them getting a championship, and he didn't show up. Had the Lakers down 25 points, 21 points, something like that, and and Scottie had opportunities to show people that he was more than Michael, and he had great opportunities to win titles, and he just couldn't close the deal. And had he just won one, especially in Portland, that I think he would get a lot more credit, and with his credentials would be a lot more on a pedestal had he at least won it with Houston and Portland. Had they made it without Michael in the 90s, I think he would have got boosted. But great player, one of the best. I think the best perimeter defender that I've seen. And that's criminal that he didn't receive one. But Marcus Smart was the last guard to win Defensive Player of the Year since Gary Payton, bro. I mean, Supersonics or Sonics Gary Payton. So something to think about. It's a big man award. It's exactly what it is because they rebound, they block. Because it ain't no Tony Allen, Ruben Patterson, Bruce Bowen award. It's really the big man award. So it's kind of like the Heisman, where it's mostly a quarterback award. You got some exceptions in there, but he should have won it multiple times. And I think it's just a product of it being a big man award. And it probably is a product of Michael overshadowing him. But hey, let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. You go live or drop a video. You can find me on Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, Spotify, Facebook, Twitter, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, all in the link tree. Hit the link tree. Find me everywhere. If you want to go there, Cash App is $ CJ Good 313. Venmo CJ Good 313. Right on the bottom screen. PayPal link is in the description as well too. That's the Cash App. Check out NBA Talk Players for more videos like this. One time for the one time.